In this video, we're going to use our Daniel Smith transparent watercolor grounds to treat a page in our adult coloring book so we can use our watercolor paints without bleed through. We hope. You ready? Let's go. Hello, this is Crystal the Foxy Colorist coming to you live from the Fox's Den. Yes, we are going to use this Daniel Smith transparent watercolor ground to treat this coloring page. Now, before I even film this video, I have already treated a page, but what I wanted to do was show you how I did, how I did the process. One thing that it says about this watercolor ground by Daniel Smith is that you can treat any surface and it will make that surface so that it can accept watercolor paint. I thought that was awesome. But let's open it up. Now I'm going to use a plate because a plate is easily cleaned up. I'm just going to throw it in the trash. How about that? Okay. Ugh, man. Okay. My bad. I got to go to the gym. But yes, one thing that I like about it, I'll say this, is it doesn't have a the smell. I don't like things that have a strong odor, because they can trigger my asthma. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit. That look like more than a little bit. I think that's gonna be way more than I need, but I'll probably just treat some other pages since I've done this. Now this is a brush that I purchased from Amazon. I didn't put a lot of thought into the brush. I just wanted to make sure that it was, larger and that I could just go back and forth. Now they say, go from left to right, but I'm certain that's a right-handed person that said that. Um, because okay, they said go from left to right, but I need to go from this way to that way because I'm left-handed and that's what's comfortable to me. So let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. Um, okay, so this is what I did. Of course, I just, dabbed a little bit on the brush, held the page down, trying to make sure I'm in focused. In focus. Crystal. Oh, here we go. I just want to make sure that, I don't miss any part of the page. Now, since I have already done this to another page that's within this book, I can tell you this. It came out super smooth. It really did. I'm like, okay, is this really going to work? But we're going to test it because I'm going to color on it with my watercolor. All right. But I don't want to miss any areas. Just going from left to right, right to left, whatever's good to you based on the hand that you use, okay? Because I tried that the other way. It didn't work very well for me. Yes. So I just put one coat down on the page that I have already completed this process with. You definitely have to wait 24 hours. If you don't wait 24 hours, your page it'll stick. Y'all wait. Don't try to skip the process. Don't try to skip the time. Like somebody this lady with an afro, she was like, all I need is 12 hours. I can do it and make the video. No, no. Be patient. Be patient. So yes, I thought this was an appropriate page. Yeah, it's almost the month of February, so I just went ahead and picked this page as the demo page. And look at that, ta-da, it's done. Now I will say this: the paper in this book, 52 weeks, it's definitely better than Amazon paper, okay? Because it's not folding up like a napkin. Because I put this watercolor ground on here. But I really, really like this. I'm telling you, the page is super smooth. You just have to wait 24 hours for it to dry. So what I plan on doing based on how this works is just pre-treating a couple of pages when I get a book and I know I want to use watercolor in it. especially if it's a page behind it. Like if it's not single-sided pages, if there's a page behind it and I don't want bleed through. All right. So this page right here is going to dry for 24 hours. But when I come back, I'm going to take you to the page that has already been through this process. And we're going to, all right. And I am back. Yes. So this is the page that was treated with the Daniel Smith transparent watercolor ground. Okay. So and that was a horrible shadow. But this was the page that was treated. I treated it beforehand so that I could just get right into coloring it with watercolor. Now I'm actually using the Meeden watercolor palette here. It definitely has some really nice colors. I pre-swatched them out. What I'm in love with the most from this palette are the reds. Oh, this little, ugh, the reds are just amazing. It really doesn't have a lot of greens. I can't believe I'm even saying that because most color pencil sets have lots of greens, but it doesn't. I'm also in love with the oranges. They were so close in color though, I kind of got confused, but it has some like metallic like paints also. They're just beautiful. They really are. They are just beautiful. And I also have this other set here, this tinge set, just to complete it. And I've just been kind of using them both um, to color this page. Now, let me say this. It's very smooth. Oh my gosh, very smooth. What am I able to do that I was not able to do before when I used watercolor paints without treating the page? I'm actually able to blend, which I was not able to really do before. I'm able to, let the colors meet. I'm trying to open up this little palette, and I'm actually able to blend, which is just, I'm really enjoying that. If you can see this tree right here, I can really see I used three different greens. I did. Let me show you, let me put those greens to this side of the camera, but I'll actually use these three different greens and I was able to blend them together because the paper, has been treated. How do I know I was able to do that and I wasn't able to do that before? Let me show you an example. Is this the book? I have so many books. Yes, it is. Okay. Let me turn slowly, slowly, slowly. Just, make sure it gets in focus. So this is a page I did, when I first got the book. It's watercolor, but just look at like right here. What is going on? Okay, not blended. Here, that is it's not blended smoothly. Each thing is individual. Even the bridge over troubled water. Yeah, it's not a smooth, like seamless blend at all. I'm certain I could probably work it more and get a blend out of it, but the paper was just so wet. Here, turning back over here slowly so that it focuses, it was without effort. Like look, like I knew what I was really doing. Y'all, okay, so when is the last time I've ever done this? Never. Y'all know how I am. I'm gonna buy everything, not know how to use it, and then learn how to. So let me show you this. I'm so excited about it. Let me show you this. First of all, okay, why am I so excited about it? Because I need to give my hand a little bit of break from colored pencils. I do. I need to give it a little bit of break from colored pencils. So let me take now what I've done already is I've laid down the lightest green, the lightest green. So I'm going to take the lightest green and I'm going to put it on this palette here. I am. Just so I can see how much color I'm laying down. All right. So that's what I did. I put it on the palette first. And this is what came with the tinge. This one has one too, but I'd rather pull the color from the one over here and then use this as a palette. So I had already laid down a little bit of color. already, as you can see. All right. So this is what I've learned about these water brushes. This is what I've learned. So I can tell that I'm doing it correctly, meaning that I'm rinsing the brush correctly. And this is how I do it, okay? Because it's still clear. I got paint on my hands. Ooh, help. Um, it's clear. One time I didn't do it correctly and the water got a little bit of the color of what I was actually painting on it. So that's how I know I'm doing it incorrectly. So what I do is I squeeze it out, then I get a piece of paper and I make sure if it's not clear, I try to do that until it's clear and I still see a little bit of green. So I'll take a paper towel that I have here and I'll keep doing that process, rinsing it down until it's clear. But since it's a green, it's in the green family, I'm not really too pressed about, I don't know why I want to do that. I'm not too pressed about it not being totally clear, okay? So now let me add the other green on here, the other green. And what I've learned is I'm always heavy-handed. Why am I so heavy-handed? Okay. So this is the other green that I put down on the palette. And when I want to blend it in, okay, I'm gonna say, let this be in. Okay, I got watercolor pencils everywhere. Woo-wee. I mean, it didn't do that before. It did not. Everything had its own little separate place, but not anymore. I feel as though I can see it. I don't feel as though I can actually see it with my own eyes. Let me get some more of the light. That it actually blends. It's like it's not just seeping into the paper. Okay. When it's not treated, it just seeps into the paper. I think I have all types of shadows going on because it's nighttime here. Yeah. But it doesn't just seep into the paper anymore. Yes. Look at that. Okay, so let me go around the edge and just make the edge a little bit darker. Now I'm going to bring another green on the scene so you can really see. But okay, so I will say this. I like the way that this works. I'm really loving these watercolor grounds. Okay, I am. What I can also see is I'm probably going to go back and put another coat on the other page because I don't know if you can see it right here, but I would call these, it looks kind of linty, like lint, because I think I didn't do an even coat right here when I did it. So that's why it looks like that. So I'm gonna go right to left because I'm left-handed, so you would probably go left to right. And then I want to make sure I go up and down. I'm gonna go up and down. I didn't do that last time when I did this particular page, but when I use those the grounds, I'm going to do that. I'm gonna go, horizontal and vertical, the Daniel Smith. But I really like them. Why do I like them? Because the paper doesn't feel all grainy or hard or anything like that at all. It still feels smooth. Yes, it still feels smooth. Okay, so Crystal, don't lay down a whole bunch of color. Okay. Okay, so a lot of times because I can be heavy-handed, I have a piece of paper over here that's like mixed media paper. So I can test it out on my mixed media paper first too. Okay. So let's see. Now before that would just stay there. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, guys, this works. You could just take like a coloring page. You can treat it with these grounds, and hey, you can actually move the color around on the paper, okay, so that your tree looks amazing, okay. It doesn't like the color doesn't just stop. The watercolor is not seeping into the page at all. Just this is my only tip or suggestion as far as using these, okay? This is my tip, and it's based on the fact that I don't know. I hope you can see how these little looks like lint, but that's because I should have gone left to right right to left. I should have gone vertically and horizontally. I think that probably would have taken longer for the page to dry. But you know what? Hey, if you don't want it to seep through, just wait it out. Just wait it out. So yeah, I'm loving this, guys, because now I can actually blend. It's not seeping into the page. I'm actually able to blend. I think that looks amazing. Um, I think now my pages will look even better. I won't have to use as much color. And when I say that, I mean so much actual paint. I hope you can see that blend. I'm trying to see it how you're seeing it. But okay, so I love these Daniel Smith transparent watercolor ground. Also know that it allows you to turn any surface into a surface that, will take watercolor. So if you wanted to put something on wood or plastic or anything like that, you could treat it with, these grounds and boom, there you go. You would have it. All right. So I wish I had my other watercolor paint. Let me see, do I see it? Um, because I just the color is a lot more vibrant. And I just love these. I think you some of you, if you've been to the channel before, if you haven't, welcome, welcome. I love these. You can't even see them. Yes, these Viva color sheets. Coloring View told me about these, and I just absolutely love them. Let me make sure everything is focusing. I'm getting out of my Okay, we can see. We can see. Okay, awesome. So I want to lay down some of this and see how this how this plays along with everything else. Okay, I want to see if this plays nice because this color is super rich. It really is. It's very vibrant. Okay, what do I want to use? Let's use olive green. Let's use that. Okay, it's not coming up. One thing that I have learned, and I learned this from Bubble Studio, is to put it down on this little palette first. Look at that. See what? Oh, I just love this one so much. They all work well together. They really do. So let me take my piece of paper so I can see just how much color would go down. Okay, here we go. I feel good about that. So let me see. If I wanted just to go around the edge of this and see, I could tell I have too much water. Okay, so this is a little trick that I kind of learned. I did this today. Okay, it's a trick for me. And you know what? It might be something that's known, but I just did it. So this brush right here is it's a little bit fluffier than the other ones. So when I have too much water, okay, that looks horrible. Okay, there we go. When I have too much water, I just take it and just wash it over whatever it is that I put too much water on. And especially like if the page hasn't been treated, it helps it not to just absorb the water to just absorb in the page so much, and then it starts flipping up and you might need to iron it or something like that. This brush has too much water on it. If my brush has too much water, I get a napkin. I think you're supposed to take this, a lot of these things have a little sponge, but I done already made that green, so I'm like, okay, the damage has been done. Let me just use a paper towel. Bounty's the quicker picker upper, so there you go. I just use a Bounty. Yeah, I like this. I can see all the colors I use. Now, see right now the way that's moving around, that wouldn't move around like that if I hadn't treated the paper. It would just sink in. It would just seep. I should say seep. It would just seep right into the paper. Period. Okay, let me see if I can sweep this a little bit better. Ooh, I don't like the way it did that. I am going to have so much fun playing around with this stuff. You hear me? Yes, can't nobody tell me I'm not Picasso. No one can say that to me. I won't listen to them. I am Picasso's long lost, whatever. Okay, guys, y'all know I'm crazy. All right, and look how that moved. It's moving. It's not. Yeah. Before it would just seep dead into the paper. Boom. That would be it. I have too much water. Um. I have too much water. That's why it's doing that. Okay, and I will low key do this. Okay, I will do this, guys. Like, oh my God, save my paper or my picture, and I will just dab some of that, and again, move it around. So this is a plus for me. This is a plus. I'm liking these watercolor grounds. I am. They're easy. They don't smell. They don't have a strong odor. That's like for me, I am triggered by strong odors, so that is such a plus. That is a plus for me. All right, so tell me what you think. Do you pre-treat your pages with watercolor grounds or with something so that it doesn't seep through if you use it on if you use watercolors within your coloring books? Do you do that? So, this is the first video of things I'm going to use to treat my watercolor, the pages that I want to use in my coloring books with my watercolor paint. So the next video you will see, and I hope you choose to watch it, is going to be me pre-treating pages with something I already had that I didn't know could be used for that. This satin glazing liquid. Y'all had this because I use it to seal my oil pastels, my backgrounds. So yes, that's what I use it for. Guys, look at that. I need a vibrant, bright green though. Okay, so I'm enjoying this. I don't know if you could tell, but I am really enjoying this. Do you think you'd want to color with watercolors? You should. Okay, so again, if your hand needs a break, okay? If your hand needs a break, I think watercolors are just the best. Now, what I also heard, okay, this is what I heard, that you could treat your page, like you could go over your page with watercolor and then take, I always say gouache rhymes with squash, and go over it, the watercolor, to do more detailing. That's what they said. So once I get finished painting this picture, I'm going to take some gouache, even though I want to take a colored pencil and do it. I'm going to take some gouache and go over it. Do you have gouache? Okay, questions. Do you have watercolor? Do you have gouache? Do you color? Do you color with watercolor? Do you treat your page? Do you think you will treat your pages with this wonderful product that doesn't smell strong? That's not going to make you pass out. Yeah, when you start using it. This is everything. All right, guys. So stay tuned for the next video. Make sure you watch it. I'm going to use satin glazing. In another one of my books, I've already pre-treated the page. Now we're going to watercolor paint it together. All right. So, see you in the next video. Like I always say, keep it foxy. Peace. I'm a piece of it. Get on this side, they ain't gonna glare. All right. Bye, guys.